Hey friends, it's Megan. Welcome here to Wolterman Homestead. So today's video is going to be another play and talk. In the last video that I did, I had several comments and questions about it, and so I just wanted to kind of break it down a little bit more so that I kind of answer those questions. If you have any more, drop them down in the comments or send me an email, and I will try to do my best to answer those things. So one comment was, do we still like the curriculum? Absolutely. Our kids are thriving. They're doing well. Ellie is 11 and Easton just turned 9. Evelyn is 4 and Eliana just turned 1. So we have a wide range of children learning, and that's one reason why I purchased this curriculum. Now, I did do the payment plan option when it comes to this curriculum. It is a 2-year curriculum from learning to read all the way to reading at like a high school level, which is this book over here. And it's just 20 minutes a day, learning through play. There's no worksheets. It's rhymes, songs, having fun, playing games, and our children are doing really well. My son, who I really purchased the program for, is thriving, and he's actually excited to learn, and he's not, dreading it every day. So highly recommend. But today's video, I'm going to talk about the teacher's manual and what a lesson looks like. So each series comes with a teacher's manual. So sitting in front of me, I have series 1. The blue is series 2. The red is series 3. And then the yellow over here is series 4. There is a typing program that comes with it too. I talk more about it in that other video that I had mentioned. Our daughter has fun with it, wearing little rings and typing on the computer. The bingo game goes with series number 2. And then these books in front of me go with series 1. And then this little stack over here is like your preschool, kindergarten level. And then there's a whole gob of flashcards. And I really like the flashcards because they're like high quality. They're really durable and they just work really well. So come get a little closer and I will teach you and show you all about play and talk. So I'll say I'm just going to jump kind of in the middle of the book when I show you. And so we are in unit 3. And we're going to be in lesson 1 learning about vowels in the at family. So with Play and Talk, there is an app. It's kind of hard to show you the app because of how I'm videoing and my big camera and the computer just are not friends right now. But the app is really straightforward. It is just kind of going as out to where you are in your lesson and where you are in the series and just hitting play. And then it marks it as completed whenever you are finished, but literally it's just hitting play and listening to the song, the rhyme, whatever the story is that goes along with the lesson. So the app, straightforward, highly recommend, but I will pull you closer so you can kind of get a better look at the teacher's manual. Here is your teacher's manual. You have your materials that are required. So you need your student workbook, which I have right here. I kind of opened it up already to where we're at. Your slide and sound manual, which is in your appendix in the back of the book. I'll show you that here in a second. Your slide and sound consonant strips and short vowel sounds, which are all over here. Your slide and sound scorecard sheet, which is downloadable. Your recording capabilities, your printed version with the slide and sound storybook and audio recording. This stuff's available on the app. And then your word family flashcard games, which says pink box. It's all sitting right here. Your word building tiles are printable lowercase letters from Unit 1. And then you have your reference guide, which is, again, in the back of the appendix. So here's lesson 1. It'll show you where you need to be in your student workbook, which is sitting right here. And then you have your goals. So to recognize your vowel sounds, to introduce the idea of sounding out words and doing the blending. You have your extra practice during your read alouds to be sure your student sound out the words that they know, and then integrate reading into daily life. That's so important to read to your kids every day. And then you have teacher's tips for the ages that your students are. And then you have more tips if you have an older student, if even an adult. And then you have your reinforcement activities for your lesson. It says take a break before you play, depending on your student, is how I have found with our kiddos. There's always a stop and then an important teacher's note, usually at the bottom. And then it moves on to the next family. So we did at, and then you would move on to the add family. So with this lesson, you go through your workbook, which is over here, and with the workbook you can pull up the app, which again, it's really straightforward. You would just go to whatever your unit and lesson is and then hit play. So it really starts back here a little bit, and it just kind of goes over the different vowel sounds, and we would listen and just kind of follow along as we are reading. And usually I'd listen to this about twice, if not 3 times, and sing along with the kids as you go and break down each word. And then you can play with the slide and sound game with your different letters and make different letters with that. And then you have your reinforcement activities. With your reinforcement activities, there's a game reference. Again, it's back in the appendix. In this book, it's yellow. So you have your unit 1, your different lessons, and then you have your different reinforcement activities. So you can literally just follow along with whatever the lesson is for the day with your reinforcement activity. And then you have more reinforcement activities. Need extra practice. And then this is where we would be, because it's unit 3, vowel family, series 1. And so here's kind of your lesson, your slide and sound instructions, your teacher's thing that we just spoke about. And then you have your chart here with your different word families. And then you have additional games for reading and spelling practice. So you have a spelling path. So it's choose 10 to 20 flashcards and make a path on the floor, which is these cards over here. Roll a dice and move a beanbag or a marker along your giant board game. Students read the word and write it in the correct column for a word sort. If you are comparing 2 or more patterns, if your student is not yet writing, have them verbally spell it, and you can record it as you are watching them learn. You have your master slide game. There's a spelling pattern beanbag toss game, a spelling slam game, word relay, fast word challenges for older students. You can do tic-tac game. So my little guy loves Nerf toys, and you can tape these to the wall, and you can just mix and match if you'd like to try to make it a little bit harder, or you can use the specific word or picture, and you could tape it to the wall and play target practice. And it's just a fun little idea that goes really well. You have the slide and sound manual, which is again this here, and it breaks down each what you're looking for, because they can kind of get all jumbled up in there in the bag that they're in. So you have your vowel teams, your single blends, different things like that. And then you have the purpose of it, you have the instructions. You have more instructions, scoring, alternate uses of the slide and sound. You have your record keeping sheet. And again, there's a printables, a link and things on the app that you can just print things out. You have the entire list of flashcards, so you kind of know which picture goes with which. And then here's your table of contents. So this is an optional thing. So it just kind of breaks up what each series is and how they teach and what they teach. And then diving deeper. And then so you have some notes about play and talk itself. And then you have a note section where you can kind of write on the back. So hopefully this helps you in figuring out if play and talk is for you. My little one just woke up for a nap. So this is the end of this video. If you have any more questions, please drop them down in the comment section and I will do my best to answer them. So thanks for joining me today here at the Wolterman Homestead. May Adonai bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you. And may he give you his shalom. Till next time, take care.